The best business neighbor at the Business Civic Leadership Center 2011 Awards is UnitedHealth. And Kate Rubin is here with us. Kate, why do you think you won?
Well, I think that there is a recognition that the issue with diabetes, and which is what we won for our Diabetes Prevention and Control Alliance, is threatening America's future. In 2020, if we don't take actions, 50% of us will either be pre-diabetic or diabetic.
50%?
50%.
So that's the societal problem then. What are you doing to address it?
We have established, in concert with the CDC and starting with Walgreens, two programs. One, the Diabetes Prevention Program, which works with those people who have pre-diabetes so that they don't move into that diabetic state. And for those who already have, especially type 2 diabetes, which is primarily what we're talking about here, so that they get that diabetes under control and live healthier lives. That's our mission, to help people live healthier lives.
Getting people to change behavior, it's got to be a really tough thing. How do you go about it?
Well, it is a tough thing, and that's why through clinical trials with the NIH, we, over 5 years, tested the ideas behind both the DPP and the DPA, and found that by a series of using the data and the analytics that we have, the intervention programs, working with partners, the Y and Walgreens on the front end, that we were able to reduce the prevalence by 58% of those people who would otherwise flip over into that diabetes category.
Now, this essentially is a philanthropic corporate stewardship, essentially a free thing that you're doing, right?
Well, it's not 100% free. There are scholarships, and it's done through the Y, where that is a part of our social responsibility. It's also something that many providers are now covering. So there are now over 100, I think it's 110 now, provider companies who are covering this service through their medical plans, as well as Medicaid and Medicare.
Yeah, so the reason that I was asking this, though, is that this sounds like your core business that you're doing, but it's not all about business, though, is it?
Well, it's blended. We think about social responsibility as blending our business interests, the social needs that exist, and the things that we're really good at. So it is absolutely a blend.
So who's the we here?
Who is the we here? It is at UnitedHealth Group, it's all of us. It's what we do every day. It's all 87,000 employees serving our 78 million customers, and focusing, but then having the liberty to implement our programs about chronic disease prevention and care, diabetes, obesity being two of the primary diseases we pay attention to across all of those different businesses. When
you go to different parts of the country, is the solution always the same?
Well, the interventions, what you talked about, the lifestyle interventions for the prevention program, and then the control through the pharmacists and the various pharmaceutical partners and pharmacy partners that we work with are the same. And that is the important part, that it's rigorous, that it's disciplined, that it's evidence-based, and that it works.
Non-communicable diseases, of which, of course, diabetes is one, is something that is getting a lot more attention on the global scale. Are the solutions that you are finding and proving, do you believe that they're scalable to other countries? Absolutely.
They are absolutely scalable and starting to get that evidence. We actually, as a company, are involved with the NHLBI, the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, supporting 10 centers across the world where they are looking at issues, and not everybody is looking at NCDs, but primarily, and multiple of them have ideas that they are now, from an academic viewpoint, testing in markets across the world.
In preparation for this interview, I looked you guys up.
Yeah.
You've won awards, lots of awards. Yeah. Why is this one from the Business Civic Leadership Center for Best Business Neighbor, why is that important to you?
Well, it is wonderful to be recognized as a great business neighbor. We have business across the United States, so being the neighbor and being able to say thank you to all of our employees who engage across the whole U.S. and around the world is terrific. Our people are absolutely over the top committed. This year so far we have put in 250,000 hours of volunteer work across the company. 57% of our employees have volunteered as a part of a business function. Now, that doesn't sound so high, but when you stop to think, the average is in the 20s, and only 7% of the Fortune 100 companies think it's even possible to get to 50%. It's absolutely phenomenal. 95% of our executives volunteer, 79% of our employees overall.
Well, congratulations to you, and thank you very much.
Thank you. A pleasure.